Hello guys, today we are going to start tuples in Python. Tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Tuple is one of four building data types in Python used to store collections of data. The other three are list, set, and dictionary, all with different qualities and usage. Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable, which means once you have entered the items and data in the tuple, it can't be changed like the lists. So here is the example of tuple. This is how the tuple looks like. Tuple items are ordered, unchangeable, and allow duplicate values. Tuple items are indexed, and first item has index of 0, the second index has the index 1, and so on. When we say that tuple are ordered, it means that the items have defined order and the order will not change. Unchangeable means tuples are unchangeable, meaning that we cannot change, add, or remove items after the tuple has been created. And it allows duplicates. Uh, so, same if you want to know the length of the tuple, you can use the len function and create tuple with one item. To create a tuple with only one item, you have to add a colon after the item. Otherwise, Python will not recognize it as a tuple. So this is how a tuple with one item looks like, and this is the invalid way. Tuple items and data type. Tuple can be string, integer, and boolean. So if you want to know the type of the tuple, you can use the type function. It is also possible to use the tuple function to construct constructor to make a tuple. Python collection arrays. Same. Thank you. Access tuple items. You can access tuple item by referring to the index number inside the scare brackets. Same we have done in the list. Also the negative indexing, same in the tuples, setting the starting position and the ending position of the item. Same range of the negative index. So change tuple values. Once a tuple creator, you cannot change its value. Tuples are unchangeable or immutable as it is also called, but there is a workaround. You can convert the tuple into a list, change the list, and convert the list back into tuple. So if you have any tuple, first you have to change it to the list and then do the modification in that list and convert that list into the tuple. This is the way you can do changes or modification in the tuple. And if you want to do any sort of modification like removing something or inserting something or using the pen function, first you have to convert the tuple into the list and then you can do rest of the work. Same as you can see, first you have to convert the tuple into a list and then use the remove function. This is how it's done. So unpack tuples, unpacking a tuple. When we create a tuple, we normally assign value to it. It is called packing a tuple. So we created a tuple and assigned the values to it. So it is called the packing a tuple. See the way to this is the unpacking way. In Python, we are also allowed to extract the values back into variables. This is called unpacking, just assigning the individual identifiers to the values using as asterisk. We use the asterisk. The first two uh, variables will print their respective values, and the last one will print the remaining ones. Same goes here. The green has the value of apple, yellow has the value of banana, and red has the rest values cherry, strawberry, and raspberry. And if the asterisk is added to another variable name, then the last Python will assign values to the variable until the number of values left matches the number of the variables left. So here you can see the green has the value of apple, tropic has the value of from mango to the pineapple, and red has the value of cherry. This is how asterisk works in tuples. So loop through tuple using the for loop to print the values, and so by the setting range and length, the range and the length of the tuple to print the values. We can also use the while loop as we use in the list. Same same way as we have done in the list. So also we can also use the join function in the tuples, multiple tuples. If you want to multiply the content of a tuple a given number of times, you can use the asterisk operator. Oh, sorry, the multiplication operator. So tuple methods count and index. Count returns the number of times a specific value occurred in a tuple. For example, I have a tuple and it has the value of uh, like apple, banana, cherry, and cherry. For example, I have cherry two times in the tuple. So using the count function, I will check how many times value has occurred in the tuple. And index searches the tuple for specific value and returns the position of where it was found. So next is the some tuple exercises that we have done. So next is the sets. Sets are used to store multiple items in a single variable, same like the tuples and list. It is also the built-in data type in Python used to store collection of data like the other three list, tuple, dictionary with their respective qualities and usage. So set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed. So this is how a set been created in the Python. Set items are unordered, unchangeable, and do not allow duplicate value. And unordered means the items in the set do not have defined order. Set item can appear in a different order every time you use them and cannot be referred to by index or key. Unchangeable items are unchangeable, meaning that we cannot change the item after the set has been created. Duplicates not allowed in the sets, which means it will print only one value if you have any duplicate. And the value true and one are considered the same value in sets and are treated as duplicates. False and zero are considered the same value in sets. Get the length of a set using the alien function. Set items and their data types are string, integer, and boolean. You have the and also if you want to know the type, you can use the type and also the set function can be used to construct or make a set. Access set items. You cannot access items in a set by referring to an index or a key, but you can loop through the set items using a for loop or ask if a specific value is present in a set by using in keyword. So here is the loop that we're gonna use to check or access the items in the set or using the in keyword to know that the specific item is present in the set or not. Noting this can also be used. Once is a set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can add new items. Next is the adding something in a set. Once a set is created, you cannot change its items, but you can add new items using the add function. By using the add function, you can add new item in the set. To add items for another set into the front set, the update method is used. Uh, for example, add elements from tropical into this set. We will use update to combine the items. Add any iterable. Use the update key function. Add function is used. Remove set items. To remove and set to remove a item in a set, use remove or the discard method. Simply put the item that we want to remove from the set and use the set remove function. And discard function works same like the remove function to remove anything from the set. Pop function is also used. So in set we cannot do the indexing, so it will remove by using the pop function. The random items get removed from the set. So here as you can see, the random items are getting removed from the set. And if you try to do the indexing, it will raise an error. As I said, indexing cannot be done in the Python sets. The clear function helps to empty the set completely. Delete keyword will delete the set completely. Loop items, you can loop through the set item by using a for loop. So, if you want to print the values in the set, join sets. There are several ways to join two or more sets in Python by using union and update, intersection, difference, and symmetric difference. The union and update method join all items from both sets. Intersection method keeps only the duplicates, and difference method keeps the item from the first set that are not in the other sets. And symmetric difference method keeps all items except the duplicates. And union method runs a new set with all items from both sets. Mm, Here you can see both the items of the set, and we can also put union like this using join multiple sets using the union. So here how it is done. All joining methods and operators can be used to join multiple sets. When using a method, you just add more sets in the parentheses separated by commas. Same like this union sets. Update method insert all items from one set into another. The update changes the original set and does not return a new set. Just like this. And intersection method will return a new set that only contains the items that are presented in both sets. Join set intersection. As you can see, the duplicates, and we can also use an intersection updates. The duplicates. The value true and one are considered the same value. The same goes for false and zero. Difference method will return a new set that will contain only the items from the first set that are not present in the other set. Here you can see difference method will return a new set that will contain only the items for the first set that are not present in the other set, and the minus operator can be used instead of the difference method. Difference update method will keep the items from the first set that are not in the other set, but it will change the original set. Mm. This is the example of the difference update. So, as you can see, the output. So, as you can see, it will compare both the list, both the set, and check the values, and it will print only the value of the first set. For example, I have the two sets here, so both will get compared. And as you can see, the apple are common in both the uh, sets, so it will get eliminated, and the remaining items in set one will get printed. It will not print the values of the second set. This is how the difference update works. Symmetric difference method will keep only the elements that are not present in both sets. So here you can see the output. The items which are common in both these sets will get eliminated and remaining get printed. So apple is common in both the sets. So the remaining items will get printed and apple will not print. This is the example. Uh, So next we have the frozen set. Frozen set is an immutable version of set. Like the set, it contains Unique, unordered, unchangeable elements, unlike sets, elements cannot be added or removed from a frozen set. Use the frozen set constructor to create a frozen set from any iterable. So if you know the type, if you want to know the type of the set, we can also use the type function here. Copy, difference, intersection, is disjoint, is subset, is superset, symmetric difference, union. These are all the methods which can be used in the frozen set. So copy returns a shallow copy, difference returns a new frozen set with the difference, and intersection returns a new frozen set with the intersection. Is this joint return true if there is no intersection between two frozen sets? Is subset returns true if the frozen set is a proper subset of another? Is superset returns true if this frozen set is a proper superset of another? Symmetric difference returns a new frozen set with the symmetric difference. Union returns a new frozen set containing the union. So these are all the methods of the sets: add, clear, copy, difference, difference update, discount, intersection update, disjoint, is subset, is superset, pop, remove, symmetric difference update, union and update. All these methods can be used in the set for doing any sort of modification. So at last we have the dictionaries. Dictionaries are used to store data values in key and value pair. So here we have a dictionary. This is the key and this is the value. So we have the pair here of key and value. A dictionary is collection with which is ordered, changeable, and do not allow duplicates, which means it can be modified, but duplicates are not allowed in it. So here we have also have another example. Dictionary items are ordered, unchangeable, and do not allow duplicates, as I told you earlier. Dictionary items are presented in key value pair and can be referred to by using the key name. So if I want to print the value, so I have to refer it by its key name. Order. When we say the dictionaries are ordered, it means that the items have defined order and that order will not change. Unordered means that the item do not have a defined order. You cannot refer to an item by using an index. Dictionary are changeable, meaning that we can change, add or remove item after dictionary has been created, which means the modification can be done in the dictionaries. Dictionaries cannot have two items with same key. It can have only one item. Same dictionary length can be defined by using the len function, and data type can be used. The string, integer, boolean are all the data types. Type function can be used to determine the type of the dictionary, and dict constructor can be used to construct a dictionary. If you don't want to write like this format can be overwritten by this one. This one looks much easier. And next, how to access items in a dictionary. We can access items in the dictionary by referring it by its key name inside the square brackets. Uh, but just uh, there is also a method called get that will give you this same result. Uh, Keys method will return a list of all keys in the dictionary. Like here, if I print, I will get all the keys that are presented in the dictionary, and get function can be used To get the value of a specific key. For example, I want to get the value of the model key. So I will use the get function and name the key whose value I want, and it will print the value. Here, as you can see the output. So keys function can also be used to get all the keys. A get function helps to get the value presented in the dictionary, and keys function helps to get the all the keys presented in the dictionaries. Here we have a example. We have the we use the key function to get the all the keys that are presented in the dictionaries and print them. And if we want to do the modification, we just have to name the dictionary and the key whose value we want to change, and we name it, or like we want to add new key and value pair to the dictionary. It can be done like this. So values method will return a list of all values which are presented in the dictionary, and all these are the examples. Items method will return each item in a dictionary as a tuple in a list. Let's run a code. Here you can see it will pair all the key and values in the tuple form. So we have a lot of, we can also determine if a specific key is presented in a dictionary by using the in keyword. So I used the in function here by using the if function. I name the key that I want to check that it is presented or not, and print if it is presented in the dictionary or not. Next is the changes in the dictionaries. Uh, as you know, the dictionaries are mutable. We can do the modification in it. Update function also helps in the modification of the dictionary. So just name the dictionary and use the update function and put the value, key and value that you want to modify. And here I have a dictionary in which I want to modify the year. Here I have the year 1964 and I want to modify it to the 2020. So I will done it like this. Put the dictionary name and update function and the key along with its value. So if you want to add new items to the dictionary, so you have to name the dictionary along with the key and the value that in a square bracket that you want to insert in the dictionary. Update function can also help in the addition of new keys and values. So if you want to remove any item, just use the pop method to remove the item with the specific key name. Name the key and it will get removed from the dictionary. And if you want to do the modification, use the update function along with the key and the value. Pop item method removes the last inserted item. Here, see, lead keyword removes the item with the specific key name. Put the delete function Before the dictionary and also the key in the square brackets, it moved the key that we want. The clear method completely resets the sorry, we does not reset it, clears all the items which are presented in the dictionary. And loop can also be done in the dictionary by also the for loop and the while loop. So if you want to copy the dictionary, just use the copy function. First, you have to make a new variable and assign it the value. Sorry, assign the dictionary variable along with the copy function and print the new dictionary. So this is how you're gonna copy a dictionary in Python. This is the correct way copy any dictionary. Nested dictionaries. A dictionary can contain dictionaries. This is called nested dictionaries. For example, I have a dictionary. It also has the another dictionary with the with their own individual values. If you want to add three dictionary into a new dictionary, this is how it is done. If you want to print the name of like child two, just put the dictionary name and please along with the value. So loop can also be used in the nested dictionaries. The for loop helps for the iteration where we have list of all the methods which can be used in the dictionaries for any sort of modifications. The clear function removes all the elements from the dictionaries. Copy returns a copy of the dictionary, but it follows a method. It's not like putting in the back of any dictionary and print. First, you have to assign a new dictionary or like new variable, and then you can copy it. From keys returns a dictionary with specific keys and values. Get method returns the values of specific key items. Returns a list containing a tuple of each key value pair. Key returns a list containing the dictionary's key. Pop removes the elements with a specific key. Pop item removes the last inserted key value pair. Set default returns the value of the specific key. If the key does not exist, insert the key with the specific value. Update updates the dictionary with the specific key value pair. Values returns a list of all values presented in the dictionary. So some of the exercises can be done. What is the correct syntax for changing the type from fruit to berry? Hmm? You can change it. This is all that we have covered in this video. Let's see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.